Hey everyone, and welcome. I want to share with you about this transit that's actually building and will culminate on this day and then wane afterwards. There are moments when our sky energies, they converge in a way that just presses gently, and then this one is more the opposite, urgently, against the fabric of our lives. It asks us to grow, it asks us to stretch, to realign, and then rise. Well, on June 15th, 2025, this is one of those moments. This is going to be your astrology forecast for all 12 signs. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. I specialize in traditional, Western, and evolutionary astrology. I'm excited to share this month's transit forecast with you. If you are new here, you can find more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. Thank you for liking and subscribing and for sharing your journey with me. So let's talk about this energy. This is one of those rare moments when the sky is speaking louder, when the movements of the planets, they echo within our bodies and in the tapestry of our lives, as if they are tapping directly on the chamber of our hearts. June 15th, 2025 is going to be one of those sacred alignments. On this day, we're going to be standing on these crossroads of two potential planetary squares. Remember, a square is a tension point. It's a time when the universe says, I'm going to make you uncomfortable. You have to make a decision, move, change, grow, do something. And so each one of these squares is carrying a distinct spiritual message and an energetic invitation. Together, they're asking us to pause, to reflect, and to choose consciously how we want to evolve, not only as individuals, but also as a collective. So the first square is going to be Jupiter in the sign of Cancer, which, remember, Jupiter has just moved here. It's going to be here for the next year. And it's squaring off with Saturn in Aries. This is a dynamic aspect that stretches throughout the middle of May through into early July. But it's now cresting with the intensity mid-June. And so it's a meeting of two completely different forces here. Jupiter is the cosmic teacher of faith and expansion, gifts and benevolence. And it's now in the watery sign of Cancer, where Saturn is the taskmaster of time. It's about structure and its consequence, and it is standing in the bold sign of Aries. And so we have the two polar opposites come together in a square. And so Jupiter in Cancer, its dreams are rooted in emotional integrity, and it wants us to have spiritual growth through our connection and with belonging with other people. It urges us to nurture what feels sacred, our homes, our families, our chosen communities, and the parts of ourselves that long for safety and meaning. Now, Saturn in Aries says, you have to start now. You have to take the lead. You have to stand on your own 2 feet, even if you are scared. It's about taking a stand and moving forward. And this square, it can feel like this internal tug of war, where one part of you, it craves softness and care, and the other one says you need to have grit and courage. Now, we know that squares, they're here to create this pressure, but the pressure is precisely what is going to activate your growth. When it's handled with awareness, this is your alchemy of aligned discipline, using boundaries not as walls, but as frames that can allow your dreams to now take form. It's about discerning where your time, your effort, your energy, your emotional bandwidth is best vested. And so it's having the sovereignty to say no to what depletes your spirit. Simultaneously, we're also going to have Mars. Mars is in Leo. Mars wants to initiate. It's fire, it's passion, it's drive. And it's squaring off with Uranus in Taurus. And this is volatile. This is electric. This aspect can truly shake things up quickly without warning. You don't see it coming. Remember, Uranus is like a lightning bolt. It's shock, it's surprise. It's also freedom and liberation and that aha moment. And so Mars in Leo is very passionate. It's proud, it's fierce. It has this desire to create and to express, to be seen and to be celebrated. Uranus in Taurus can be rebellious, but innovative. And it can often be disruptive. It rattles our senses of security, and it asks us to wake up to what no longer is sustainable. Together, this square, it delivers this like high voltage energy. It may show up as a sudden outburst, or a radical change, or unexpected awakenings, especially where there's ego, money, creative control, or our autonomy can be at stake. While it can feel destabilizing and uncomfortable, it also carries this charge of cosmic initiation, like, I'm going to move forward now. It's shocking us into clarity. It's propelling us towards innovation. It breaks down the old paradigms that no longer support our own authentic expression. You might feel the urge to rebel, to push against, to change course, or to burn the script and just say, screw it, I'm going to write a new one. That your instinct is not wrong, but it must be grounded. Rooted courage is the medicine here. Being bold, but not reckless. Disruption, but with direction. Creating, but from a place of soul-led inspiration, not looking for external validation. Together, this is asking, what am I ready to grow into? Even if it challenges my comfort. Where am I holding on to old ways of doing things that I just do not feel in alignment with? What am I becoming when I bring structure to my dreams and the courage to my own sensitivity? There's this architecture of embodied legacy, one that honors both our sacred structures, Saturn, and our divine expansion of Jupiter. And both of these, they radiate fire of heart-led action of Mars and the wild call towards liberation, freedom, and truth that comes with Uranus. In your own personal world, this can be a time of redefining what is success or achievement, that now it isn't about just checking the boxes or meeting these external benchmarks. It's about moving in harmony with your values, with your intuition, with your evolving sense of what matters. It's about you building a life that can hold your joy, even if it feels uncomfortable or uncertain, because you're nervous in the beginning. Now, for the collective, because this isn't just us, it's others also, we are all realigning. You can see it in the news. You can see it in the groups and the networks that you travel in. Our friendships, our partnerships, our affiliations, they're all kind of shifting. It's not to isolate us, but it's to bring us closer into a resonance with those that we're truly meant to grow alongside with. This is going to be a time of community clarity where our networks are reconfigured and our soul family is now beginning to assemble through having this shared vision with integrity and our contribution. If things feel intense for you, it's because they really are. But you're not here to be tested in order to break. You are being asked to step into your divinity and choose the next level of truth. And that truth becomes the foundation of which you're going to build your next chapter of your life upon. This is sacred work. It is soul deep construction. This is you rising. So as we move through this charged, pivotal week, remember to create a space that you can listen inward before you are moving outward and recommit to what truly matters to you. Recommit emotionally and spiritually and communally. Look to respond with wisdom and not reaction, because the storm is bringing clarity. It's not chaos. And above all, this is about honoring who you are becoming. It is unfolding in perfect timing for you. I hope that your choices reflect your growth and that your courage is steady and that your dreams are able to take root in soil that can hold them. So offerings this month. For a private consultation, you can visit willowgracemystic.com. You can also sign up for my newsletter to find more about my offerings, early releases, all things that are happening. Definitely check out my moon manifestation guide. There's a link down below. If you're interested in a community with like-minded individuals where we learn, we share, we connect, we grow, that's my Patreon using the link below. And I do have a special for all Geminis. You can celebrate your birthday with a solar return Gemini reading. Use the code Gemini10 at checkout, and I offer live astrology consultations right here every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely check out and join the live Q&A, and I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you to help you to navigate your journey. So let's dive in. So for my Aries friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Jupiter in your 4th house, and it is squaring off with Saturn in your 1st house. So we know that this is all about you, your identity, how you look at things, your business card, your website. It's literally you and how you're showing up. And your 4th house represents your home, your stability, your family. The 4th house brings in topics of what you build upon, like your living situation, your personal life. We also have your chart ruler in your 5th house of fun and joy and pleasure in a square with Uranus in your 2nd house. Now, the 2nd house revolves around your money, your cash, your property, your talents, your skill set. These 4 planets in these 4 areas of your life, this is truly this defining moment of how do you reshape your own identity and your own foundation in order to create and build upon. Having Jupiter in your home sector, it's really expanding your emotional awareness. This could have to do with traditions or family, people who live within your home, but it's also it could be real estate, property, it could be your personal life. And so it's nudging you towards a deeper connection with what is home, what is family, what is your inner world. Meanwhile, having Saturn in your 1st house, it's really saying, it's demanding self-leadership and accountability for you owning the direction in which you want to move in. Mars is energizing your creativity. Mars is your chart ruler. It's saying, if you want joy, if you want fun, pleasure, passion, you have to go after it. And Uranus in your money sector, your finances, is very unpredictable with your finances or your personal values. Now, the opportunities that can come from this transit are you rebuilding emotional security from within and then taking ownership of who you're becoming, unlocking your own creative genius in how do you support yourself within these financial shifts. Remember, the 2nd house, it also brings around topics of your salary, your income, your skill set. It's what do you need in order to be secure. The challenges that come from these 2 squares is this internal pressure. It's how do I hold this all together? It's I want to step into new leadership, but it's exhausting. So watch for impulse spending. This is definitely, I see it, I want it, or ego clashes within romance or with children or in creative pursuits, because your 5th house has to do with areas of my life where I'm willing to take a risk. I'm encouraging you to anchor your emotional growth with these grounded decisions, because it's time for you to lead from your core and not your reactions. Say yes to bold, creative ideas, but look to root them within your own true values. Your financial innovation, it is definitely possible. but not without a plan. Cultivate the courage and the consistency by owning your and honoring your own authority here, while remaining open to, how do I redefine what do I need for a foundation? Create space for both your own inner child and your wise adult to speak to you, and let this inner dialogue be your next move. And so, Aries, a mantra for you can be, I lead with courage and I build with heart. My foundation is my strength. So Aries, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Taurus friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Jupiter in an area of your life that has to do with communication and neighbors and siblings and cousins, and how you communicate, how you take in information, and how you disseminate it and share it with others. It's in a square with Saturn in your 12th house. Dreams, intuition, psychic ability, hidden enemies, isolation. My health can go downhill if I'm not taking care of it. It's how do I overcome limitations? You also have a square with Mars in your home sector. Home, family, traditions, roots, foundation, with Uranus, wild card, in your first house of identity. Remember, the first house is like a business card or a website with how you are showing up, your personality, your appearance. This is about your daily mindset and how it's evolving. And these transits, they're asking you to release these old stories, either that you've told yourself or that you've grown up with or that people have told you, and to reclaim a renewed sense of self. Having Jupiter here in your third house, it's expanding your learning, your communication with your connections with others, your community connections. Saturn in your 12th house, it's really drawing you inward and to reflect and to release and to reconnect with divine or spirit or whatever your higher power is. Mars brings the heat. Mars, it heats up your home, your family matters. And Uranus in your first house, it's really pushing you and saying, I need to break free from these outdated self-images, either that people have put upon me or this path that I've been on. And I need to rise in my own authenticity here. The opportunities that can come from this, I love this because this is you rewriting your own inner narrative. This is you initiating spiritual healing, you liberating your identity through brave expression, brave communication. The challenges come from mental pressure. It's building up with an emotional fatigue here, family tensions or impulsive reactions that could erupt if you resist the change. This is the communication and speaking before thinking. And I'm encouraging you to trust that wisdom, it's going to come through the stillness, that letting your own inner voice take the lead and let it guide your external choices. Look to stay grounded during these emotional shifts by tending to your nervous system, taking care to tune in, to breathe, take a moment to meditate and to center. Communicate with clarity, not reactivity. Your thoughts and your words, they hold power. So use them to speak your next chapter into being. Courageously allow your true self to literally unfold through every spoken truth. Taurus, a mantra for you can be, I speak from a centered soul and I grow through grounded truth. So Taurus, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Gemini friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Jupiter in an area of your life that revolves around your money, your cash, your property, your talents, your skill set, things that you need in order to be safe and secure. It has to do not just with money, but emotional security, financial security, spiritual security. It's in a square with Saturn. Saturn is in an area of your life that has to do with these are my goals, these are my aspirations, these are the people that I connect and I collaborate with. You also have Mars in an area of your life that has to do with communication, neighbors, siblings, cousins, classes, workshops, who I collaborate with and share my ideas with on a daily basis, and then how I take in the information and I share it with others. It can also be technology like emails and phones and texts. In a square with Uranus in your 12th house. Now, the 12th house is the house of isolation. It's also the house of sabotage or hidden enemies. It's also tapping into dreams, intuition, psychic ability, the spiritual realm. So this is going to be a turning point for you that has to do with your values. This is internal values and your own external. Having Jupiter in your second house, it's really emphasizing your self-worth, bringing you abundance, material security. And Saturn in your 11th house is literally aligning the highlights of what are your goals, your friendships, your social circles. They need refinement. It's saying, let's compare these two. They're not on the same path. Mars is activating your communication style. And Uranus is stirring up those repressed fears, those hidden triggers, the things, the broken record that just keeps going round and round in your head. Now, the opportunities that can come from this is monetizing on your ideas or aligning your visionary goals. And it's how can I heal my subconscious patterns? How can I release and let go of these karmic debts of I know I'm worthy and that because this is blocking my success. And so the challenge comes from clashes within your thinking and in your communication that get brought together and it surfaces. And this could be through hidden fears that could sabotage your progress if it's ignored. I'm encouraging you to strengthen your own inner value system and allow that to guide your external ambitions. It is going to be a time for you to build your alliances that support your future rather than drain your energy. Reclaim your voice. Look to speak with integrity as you move through this emotional and this mental fog. Trust that the whispers from your soul, like tune into your higher power, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spirit animals, insight and intuition. These are your secret weapons. Let them lead you. A mantra for you, Gemini, can be, I honor my worth and I trust my voice. My mind aligns with my mission. So Gemini, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Cancer friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Jupiter in your house of you, your identity, how people see you. This is such an amazing opportunity for the next year for you. The first house is your desires, it's your interests. I always say it's your business card or your website. It's who you present to the world. It's in a hard aspect with Saturn. Saturn is in your career, your job, your reputation, your legacy. It's at the top of your chart. It is the highest point of your responsibilities, but it's also people of authority looking down on you and also you being a person of authority. You also have Uranus in your 11th house of my dreams, my hopes, my wishes, my goals, the people that I collaborate with, in a hard aspect with Mars in your second house of your money, your cash, your property, your skill set, your talents. And so all four of these topics all come together. For you, this is going to be a moment of a personal awakening and leadership opportunities. Jupiter is in your sign that empowers you to grow into your full self. Saturn in your 10th house, it's here to help you build this stronger foundation for career or reputation or legacy. It's about your full self. If it's not going to be for your achievements, it's going to be for what are your ambitions? What do you want your reputation or your legacy to be? And so it's a stronger foundation of moving forward with career, public life, or being seen. Mars is really motivating you in your financial pursuits. Uranus is shock and surprise, and it's changing your networks and your social dynamics of who you interact with. The opportunities that can come from these two transits is you leading with emotional wisdom, you creating stability within your career, within you redefining what does community look like from the inside out. And so the challenges, pressure to perform, it's like exhausting, overwhelming, having to live up to somebody else's standards. There can be sudden shifts within social standing or your own income that disrupts your how you come to the table, your confidence. I'm encouraging you to anchor yourself in who you are becoming, not in who you once were. Embrace your voice, your body, your vision, and trust that your vulnerability, that is your special power. Commit to goals that reflect your soul's truth. Relationships that shift or drift away or fall away, they are literally making space for something that is far more aligned with you, people that can come in to support you. You are birthing a new vision of who you are, and this is about you letting it rise fully. A mantra for you can be, I am stepping into becoming with grace. I am the architect of my own evolution. So, Cancer, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much for your continued support. It is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Leo friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Jupiter in an area of your life that is hidden. It's your dreams, intuition, psychic ability. It's where we go to be alone, and we rest and we recharge and we connect to divine or source. And so Jupiter is in a difficult square with Saturn. Saturn wants to restrict or limit in an area of your life that has to do with travel, connection to religion or spirituality, studying, publishing, legal matters. We also have Mars in your house of your identity. Mars wants to initiate. Mars wants to fire up. The first house is you, who you're presenting to the world. It's your business card. It's your website. It's your health, your vitality, your interests. It's things that you want to do, your appearance. And it's in a hard aspect with Uranus in your career, your job, your legacy, or your reputation area of your life. And so for you, Leo, this period is going to mark a blend of internal spiritual expansion and this external, like, career awakening for you. Jupiter in your 12th is inviting you to have this deep introspection, this emotional healing, nurturing and caring for your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, sacred solitude for you. Saturn here is requiring you to commit to a belief, to a path, or to a truth. It is saying, I need to follow through with this. Mars is bringing your passions, your desires, and a pressure for you to focus on your identity. Uranus is destabilizing, and it's here to awaken your professional aspirations. Remember, it's the liberator. It brings chaos in order to break the chains that are here to give you freedom to explore other avenues. The opportunities that can come from these transits are initiating a new spiritual or academic journey for yourself, embodying fierce authenticity that's led by an inner example. Now, the challenges is ego reactivity here, or career instability, or this is about these things testing your resolve. There can be conflicting ideals that can cause confusion or burnout because I'm going in multiple directions. I'm trying to understand all of this. I'm encouraging you to move from a space of soul alignment, not from ego assertion. This is about the sacred pause before the public leap. Trust that this transformation that you are now undergoing, it's preparing you for the greater impact. Let go of any outdated belief systems and instead look to root or ground yourself in actions within awakened values. You are rewriting your mission, your path, your journey. And this is about you being patient and being bold. So Leo, a mantra for you can be, I lead with spirit and I act with purpose. My growth is inward and eternal. So Leo, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Virgo friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Jupiter just entering into an area of your life that it's ready to expand your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your connections, your collaborations that you have with other people. It's in a square with Saturn in an area of your life of, I need to be cautious about who I merge my energy with. Or the eighth house represents all shared resources. This can be with a business partner. This can be with a client. This can be with an ex. This is an area about healing and renewing. Now, we also have Mars in your 12th house. The 12th house is tuning into your intuition, your psychic ability, your gut instinct. It's also the house of isolation. It's the house of deep journeys, or where I heal and I renew, and it takes us away from everyday society. It's in a hard aspect with Uranus. Uranus is awakening and liberating you and offering you freedom with travel, connection with foreign people, places, and things, cross-cultural experiences. And so the universe is literally asking you to find equilibrium. All of this is happening in the top half of your chart, and it's between your contribution and what you want to have control over. Having Jupiter in your 11th house, it's expanding your networks and your future dreams, and it's calling in, bringing to you new soul-aligned collaborators, new networks for you to be working with or sharing your thoughts and ideas with in order to be part of something bigger or to move along what you want. And so having Saturn in your 8th house, it's pushing you to face those inner fears, the patterns of your emotional or your financial dependency. Now, Mars is stirring up anger, fatigue, exhaustion. It's where we need to take care of our mind, our body, our spirit. And Uranus is here just shaking up your spiritual and your philosophical beliefs. All of this is going on at the same time. And so the opportunities that can come from this are you moving forward, stepping into visionary leadership. And what does that look like for you? You liberating yourself from toxic entanglements and aligning with a future that includes a deeper trust. The challenges come from emotional burnout or control issues that just come up. There could be old trauma or fear of letting go, let go, let flow, a fear of vulnerability that could interfere with collaboration or growth. So I'm encouraging you to detox, let go of what no longer serves you. That's energetically, emotionally, and financially. There's this powerful inner rebirth that is now underway for you, and it's clearing the path for a richer, more meaningful connection with community and with purpose. Don't be afraid to let go of these old structures if it no longer supports your heart, your soul. Balance surrender with strategic action. Your intuition is your guiding force. Trust it as you redefine your role within the collective. So, Virgo, a mantra can be, I trust in transformation and I walk forward with freedom. My future is guided by purpose and trust. So Virgo, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Libra friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Jupiter at the highest point in your chart. This is your job, your reputation, your legacy, your responsibilities, expanding, people seeing you in that light. The square comes with Saturn in the other part of your chart. If the first house is you, the seventh house is you with everybody else, a business partner, a client, open enemies, exes, best friends. This is personal and professional. And so we have this, and we have Mars in your area of your life that has to do with, these are my goals, my hopes, my wishes, my dreams, who I want to collaborate with, who I want to connect up with, in a square with Uranus in your house of power and control and fear that's mixed in with other people, energetically or financially. And so for you, you are being called to restructure. All of this is happening at the top part of your chart, the top half. And so it's restructuring your path to success. And what does that look like? You redefining the relationships that support you on your mission, your goals. Having Jupiter in your house of, it's offering professional expansion here. And Saturn in the seventh house is demanding maturity. It's saying we have to have clarity on our partnerships. Mars brings the intensity of your group affiliations, and where do you step up and take over, or where do you become an active participant? And Uranus is here to introduce these changes within emotional and financial intimacy. And what does that look like for you? The opportunities of this are you being empowered and rising into these leadership opportunities, deepening your conscious commitment of who and what you're going to commit to, groups, organizations, people, places, things. You awakening to new forms of shared power. And what does that look like for you? The challenges come from struggles for control within relationships or within community, and it can surface. This is you feeling out of control or wanting to have the control, or someone having that control. There can be shifts within trust or within intimacy that could create these emotional ripples that continue on out. I'm encouraging you to lead with integrity, that this is not about performance. Look to build bridges with those who respect your growth. If tension or discord arises within partnerships or collaborations, use it as a mirror for what needs to shift. Like, look at it and look to, what do I have to own in this, or what should I own in this? True success, it comes from like an aligned connection that we have with other people. It's not about public validation. Stay open to what is evolving now, and how you give and how you receive trust, and know that the change is making space for greater authenticity with others. And so, Libra, a mantra can be, I lead with love and I commit to truth. My success, it is built on sacred connection. So Libra, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Scorpio friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Jupiter entering into a very harmonious aspect to your first house of self. It's in your ninth house of travel, of learning, of connecting with others to expand your mind. And so Jupiter is in a hard aspect with Saturn in an area of your life that has to do with your daily habits, having to nurture and care for yourself, self-care, and also how can I be of service to others. Now we have your chart ruler, one of them, Mars, in your house of career, job, reputation, legacy, the highest point of your chart, in a square aspect with Uranus in the house of other. If the first house is you, the seventh house is you with personal collaborations or professional collaborations, best friends, significant other, clients, open enemies, exes. And so all of this energy is you being pulled toward expansive new truths while being required to refine your daily habits, to nurture and care for yourself, to put your health first, to put yourself to the front of the line. Because when you take care of others and not yourself, you're trying to pour from an empty cup. Jupiter in your ninth house, it's really inviting you to have this growth mindset through study or travel or belief. And Saturn is saying, I need to ground this with responsibility in my daily routines. This could also be alternative healthcare and healing practices, but this is, I need to make my self-care a daily practice. Mars is heating up everything that has to do with your career, responsibility, reputation, and Uranus is kicking it it's triggering all of this energy to revolutionize your relationships. It's an evolution or a transformation of your connections with other people. The opportunities that can come from this is you embarking on new intellectual or spiritual path, you achieving meaningful career shifts. Remember, this could be like taking a class or a workshop or traveling abroad or studying something. It's expanding your mind and having this career shift that revolutionizes how you relate to connect with other people. Now, the challenges come from this inner resistance. It can come up if your habits, they don't align with your aspirations. Like, I want to eat healthy, or I want to study, I'm going to take this class, but I'm not making the time to study. And so there can also be relationship upheaval that could distract from your own personal growth, like drama that comes from that's pulling you away from your best and highest good. I'm encouraging you to balance your vision with organized structure. Make space in your day-to-day life that nourishes your soul, your purpose. There can be relationship dynamics that are going to be shifting now. Welcome them as opportunities to create more honest and liberated bonds with people. Your message, it has an impact, but it's your integrity and your wellness that can sustain it. Recalibrate both your inner and your outer relationships and partnerships. A mantra for you can be, I rise through discipline and truth. My journey is sacred and supported. So Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Sagittarius friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, wherever your chart ruler is where you should be paying attention. And your chart ruler is in an area of your life that has to do with you being connected either energetically, financially, emotionally, spiritually with other people. The eighth house is shared resources. It's also the house of control and power. Now, it's in a hard aspect with Saturn in an area of your life that's in a harmonious aspect to your first house of self, but it's pushing for change. The fifth house has to do with children, our own inner child, art, beauty, music, creativity. And so we also have Mars. Mars is in an area of your life of wanting to travel, wanting to take a class, a workshop, broaden my mind, broaden my horizons. It's in a hard aspect with Uranus. Uranus is wanting freedom and liberation in your day-to-day habits, alternative healthcare and healing opportunities. And so for you, it's on the right-hand side of your chart. This is about a soulful and an intense transformation cycle for you. Having Jupiter in your 8th house, it's calling you to deepen your own intimacy, for you to face your fears, to rise from within, to heal, grow, renew, and evolve. Saturn is asking for maturity within creativity or children or within romance. Mars is here to ignite your beliefs, your desires, your passions for travel, for studying, for connecting with or learning. It's expanding your mind, while Uranus is shaking up your work or your health patterns. Opportunities that can come from these two transits is healing of emotional wounds, of you channeling creativity into purpose, you awakening, like having a spiritual awakening through spiritual discipline. The challenge comes from feeling emotionally exposed and creatively blocked. There could be health or workflow disruptions that can come up as you possibly resist the change. I'm encouraging you to allow yourself to evolve through vulnerability. Be brave enough to feel deeply and wise enough to create the boundaries for security. This is going to be your time to birth a new expression of yourself, but it first has to come from the inner truth. Your body and your spirit and your soul, it wants harmony. Honor the rhythm. Ground your fire within practices that heal and elevate you daily. So Sagittarius, a mantra can be, I transform through honesty and I align with joy. I honor what is real within me. So Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Capricorn friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Jupiter in an area of your life that represents the other. If you're the Capricorn, the Cancer area of your life represents your best friend, your significant other. This could be clients and consultations. It can be personal and professional. It literally means the other people in which you work with. Now, it's in a hard aspect with your chart ruler, so it's always important for you to be following, where is my chart ruler going and what is it doing? So Saturn in your home sector, it's at the bottom. The bottom of your chart represents your living situation, your personal life. So we have some tense opportunities, tense aspects, creating opportunities going on in your life. You have Mars in an area of your life that represents you with other people, as in shared resources, where you are invested financially, emotionally, or spiritually with other people. And it's in a hard aspect, a square with Uranus in your 5th house of children or art, music, beauty, creativity, where we're willing to take a risk, or your own inner child. And so if you notice, all of this is happening on the right side of your chart. So we know relationships are going to be at the heart of your evolution, your growth. Jupiter is opening up the door to meaningful partnerships and connections with other people. And Saturn at the bottom is demanding emotional responsibility and security and healing from the bottom up, from the root up, from the foundation. And so Mars wants it brings on this intensity within these shared partnerships, these shared relationships, these resources. And Uranus is here to awaken your creativity and your authenticity in how you love and how you express yourself. The opportunities that can come from this transit are deep in your partnerships, deep in your connections with other people, breaking generational patterns, generational trauma, like healing and renewing and breaking these karmic debts, claiming this creative liberation. Now, the challenges come from power struggles. It's definitely about power struggles within love or finances. It's who has the power. Do I feel like the power is somebody taking advantage of me, or am I having to focus on my own emotional vulnerability and feeling threatened because this is bringing up those topics and saying, I need to be able to feel vulnerable. I need to be able to work through this. I need to be able to heal. This is going to be essential. So I'm encouraging you to build this new foundation for relationships, partnerships, connections with others that's based on mutual growth and mutual respect. Let your heart speak even when it's scared. Break the cycle of stoicism and that silences your joy. This is your time to create a life and love that reflects your own true values. Your emotional roots, your foundation, your home, when it's nurtured and it's being supported by your bold actions, and it will bloom. So a mantra for you can be, I heal with courage and I love with truth. My foundation is freedom and trust. So Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Aquarius friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we have Jupiter in an area of your life that has to do with you and your daily habits, your mind, your body, your spirit, and being in a line with your soul's purpose. And how can I be of service to other people? It's in a square aspect with one of your chart rulers, Saturn. Saturn in your third house of communication with neighbors and siblings and cousins. And it's an area of where I take in information and where I share information within my general community. Now, your other chart ruler is Uranus, and that is in your home sector. And so this is your foundation, your roots, your family, the fourth house is your living situation. It's your personal life. It is in a square, difficult, tense aspect with Mars in the house of other, best friends, significant other. This could be clients. This is also open enemies and exes. The seventh house represents topics that revolve around personal and collaborative. It's literally the other person. And so having all of this happen, you can notice it's all on one section of your chart. You are being asked to balance your service with communication and intimacy with independence. Jupiter is improving your daily life, your wellness routine, your health. And Saturn requires you to have clear thinking, and it wants you to have boundaries within who you are communicating with. And this could include technology or people in general. Mars is stirring up all kinds of relationship passion or tension. It can be both. And Uranus is bringing these unexpected shifts within your home or your family life or your traditions. And so the opportunities that can come from this is you building these beautiful, sustainable habits that will support you mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, and you redefining how do you relate, how do you speak, you awakening to these new dynamics. Now, the challenges come from miscommunication, emotional volatility that can outbursts that just surface. Wanting to balance other people's needs with your own inner peace is what is going to need to be key at this time. I'm encouraging you to keep your nervous system supported. Make sure that you are taking time out to practice daily health practices for yourself. Vitamins, supplements, the walk, yoga, meditation, something that supports you. Look to have clear communication because that's going to be your strongest foundation right now. Create a space within your schedule for meaningful self-care and for conversations. Relationships are going to evolve when you are rooted at home within yourself first. Let your words build these bridges and not barriers. And Aquarius, your mantra can be, I speak with clarity and I act with care. My inner peace leads my outer world. So Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Pisces friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Jupiter in a harmonious aspect to your first house of self. It's in the house of fun and joy and pleasure, the house where we're willing to take a risk and we look for creative outlets. It's the house of our lovers or children or our own inner child. It's in a square aspect with Saturn in your second house of your money, your talent, your skill set, your what you search out in order to feel secure, your emotional, spiritual, and mental resources. We also have Mars in your daily sector of taking care of your mind, your body, your spirit through counseling, meditation, vitamins, supplements, in a hard aspect with Uranus in the house of communication, your neighbors, your siblings, your cousins, taking a class, taking a workshop. So if you notice, all of this is going on at the bottom of your chart. Think of it as a bowl. And so you are tapping into this creative renewal and practical mastery for yourself. Jupiter wants to expand joy and pleasure and self-expression and romance for you, while Saturn is here to solidify your sense of self-worth, your material stability, your emotional stability. Now Mars is energizing your work, your wellness routines, and saying, I have to make this a priority. I cannot take care of other until I take care of myself. And Uranus is like the shock, the surprise. It's refreshing all of your ideas, your teaching style, your connections with siblings and peers, and your local environment. The opportunities that can come from this is you sharing your gifts with confidence, you building financial integrity, you looking to express these original ideas with flair. The challenge comes from overextending yourself within work or undervaluing your work because it might block your joy. This is like having this creative block and wanting to move forward, but saying, no, it's probably not worth it. Nobody would appreciate it anyway. They might laugh at me. Look to this to know that communication, friction can limit the clarity. So asking somebody else's opinion of something, it doesn't matter what they think. This is about, what do you think? What are you bringing to the table? Knowing your value, knowing your worth, and don't underestimate or undervalue yourself. And so I'm encouraging you to own your value, to express that truth, to create structures that can support your creative voice, not suppress it. Allow your schedule, your thoughts, allow them to reflect your life that you are creating and building. Let spontaneity meet intention. The more you express your soul's wisdom, the more that abundance will flow. So Pisces, a mantra can be, I create with joy and I speak with purpose. I honor my voice and my value. So Pisces, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com.